Welcome back to another Movie Clips review. Today we're discussing yet another Oscar-nominated documentary, 20 Feet from Stardom. I'm JS.
And I'm Jimmy. So 20 Feet from Stardom tells the story of some of the most prolific backup singers ever to have graced a recording studio. It opens with Bruce Springsteen talking about the walk to the front. And really, it's where the film gets its title. It's 20 feet from being the backup singer up to the front of the stage where you're in the limelight. And that walk, that distance, even though it's so close, but you're so far.
Yeah.
And it really, the whole film kind of explores what it means to be a backup singer, trying to get to that spotlight. Even one of the women, she won a Grammy for her first solo artist performance, but right away she was shelved by the label, and she went back to doing backup vocals, and now she works for Sting. And I apologize if I'm not doing justice to these people by naming all of them. It's just so difficult.
Yeah, there's a lot of names and talking heads to remember.
There are a lot of names.
But then every so often, you meet like Ray Charles comes on screen to talk about, the power of the backup singers, and every
and the archival. But like Stevie Wonder is another big one that has a big presence in the film. Mick Jagger has a presence in the film. Sting has another. But the other storyline for me that was very interesting was, and I think this was with Darlene Love,
where years later she had sort of left the entertainment industry and she was actually cleaning houses for money. And so she was at one client's place, just doing her business, and a song came on the radio and it was one of her songs, and she heard her voice and she just that was a real pause moment for her life. She's like, what am I doing? I have this talent, why should I waste it? And she left that job and has been pursuing it ever since.
Yeah.
And besides following Darlene Love, we also follow an up-and-comer, Judith Hill, who, she worked under Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and she was actually on The Voice.
Yeah,
she was really good.
Remember her from there. It's still open-ended. Her story is still very much untold.
It's a fantastic film. I initially had my reservations about seeing it because it didn't seem very interesting, but having seen it, I can say that it is absolutely joyous and not to be missed.
I'd say check it out. It's actually the only Oscar-nominated film that you can catch on Netflix right now, but it's streaming on some other video-on-demand services. I also highly recommend it. And for Movie Clips, this is JS.
And I'm Jimmy.
Thanks for watching.